Right, TRIPMACHINE have been at it again. They've released some new products, and that's going to be the main subject of this video. But first of all, I've been getting an awful lot of inquiries about the issue with the Triumph Bonneville gearboxes. Have I got any news? The simple answer is no, not really, not at the moment. I know it's frustrating for people that are waiting to find out what's going on. It's just as frustrating for me, I assure you. Now, what is starting to grate on me a little bit at the moment is that people are getting quite nasty with me over it. Now, I've had quite a lot of nasty emails from people complaining that I haven't come forth with the information they want. I've even had one person approach me in a public place and be quite confrontational about the fact that I haven't come forth with the information. Now, I'd like to point out that I didn't take anybody at gunpoint and force them to buy a Triumph Bonneville, nor did I design and build the Triumph Bonneville gearbox. All I have done is relay the facts to you from reports that I've had of gearbox failures, of which there are a lot. To cut a long story short, Triumph wrote me a letter offering to examine my bike, restore my faith in Triumph, and fix it if there was an issue with my bike's gearbox. They then contacted me by telephone to discuss it. Now, my loyalty is to motorcyclists, other people like me, not Triumph. And I explained to Triumph that I wasn't comfortable with taking them up on their offer because that was not an offer that was being extended to Bonneville owners in general. I didn't want to betray my viewers by getting my bike fixed and then walk away saying I'm alright, Jack. Dealing with Triumph over this issue is not straightforward. They are very cagey about it. They have expressed a wish to work with me to get some sort of message out to you, but so far that's not been forthcoming. They don't always get back to me when they say they will. I've not heard from them for a while, but in the same vein, I can't force them to tell me what I want to know. No one is paying me to take this up on your behalf. I'm doing this purely as a service to the motorcycle community. But I'll tell you for free, attempting to bully me into getting quick answers for you is the worst thing you could possibly do. And if it continues, I'll let Triumph fix my bike, I'll wash my hands of it, and you can fend for yourselves. And that's all I've got to say about that. Right, TRIPMACHINE. Now, it seems to me that India had a much harsher lockdown than a lot of us had to endure, with commerce and business pretty much grinding to a complete halt for several months. Even Royal Enfield didn't produce any bikes for months. And you would expect that to have had a very similar effect on a small company like TRIPMACHINE, but surprise, surprise, they have somehow managed to design 4 new products during that period, 3 of which I believe are already available, 1 will be coming up shortly, all of which are extremely high quality and well up to TRIPMACHINE's usual standard. In fact, some I think even exceed their usual standard, but all sport that usual TRIPMACHINE cool factor. Now, over the next few weeks on the run up to Christmas, I will hopefully be reviewing all of them, but I would like to point out TRIPMACHINE are not paying me to make these reviews, nor do I receive any commission from sales. I review their gear because I really like it, and I really like TRIPMACHINE. Now, we're going to start with small and work our way up, and today we're going to look at TRIPMACHINE's new mobile phone case. We all carry mobile phones, sometimes they're too big to go in our pockets, and some of us like to use them for satellite navigation while they're riding. Now, this magnetic phone case from TRIPMACHINE is by no means unique, there are others around, but they are not TRIPMACHINE phone cases, and that makes all the difference. As with almost all TRIPMACHINE products, this phone case is made from 100% leather, apart from the clear plasticky bit in the middle, obviously. Now, TRIPMACHINE do treat all the leather that they use to give it as much water resistance as possible. I think it's an oiled finish, but obviously this shouldn't be considered all-weather wet gear. but that treatment does mean that it can withstand showers, and of course TRIPMACHINE do provide comprehensive care instructions with all their products. Now this little phone case will accept a Samsung Galaxy S9 with room to spare, so it should be able to accommodate most mobile phones commonly on the market. And the wonderful thing about that plastic transparent window is that it still does allow full use of a touch screen. I'm going to get some complaints about this music as well. Now, the case attaches to your bike via two pretty powerful magnets, with a layer of soft, supple leather over the top of them to protect your paintwork. And they've also included a press stud fastening belt loop for convenient portability when off the bike. At the front leading edge of the case, there's a sort of weather flap that keeps out the worst of the weather if you're unfortunate enough to get caught in a shower. Now, for those of you that do like to use your mobile phone as a casual navigation aid, I do think this represents a much more convenient and probably cheaper option than handlebar mounts. As we all know, mobile phones can burn through battery reserves pretty quickly when they've been used as a sat-nav, but TRIPMACHINE have thought of that. At the bottom of the case there's a tiny reinforced slit that allows you to insert a USB cable and plug it into your phone. So providing you have power from your bike, you can keep your phone powered up while it's in use. It's a nice touch that does enhance usability, and I have seen similar pouches without this facility. TRIPMACHINE have sensibly put some ventilation holes in the back of this case, which should relieve any tendencies for that front cover to steam up in damp weather, while still keeping the worst of any rain out. On the whole, I didn't find anything to dislike about this case. It's practical, it's stylish, and as usual from TRIPMACHINE, it's well thought out and very well made. And as someone who has extensively used a phone for satellite navigation in the past, I do see this as a far more practical solution than using handlebar mounts. And it is certainly going to be more convenient for shorter casual rides. As usual with TRIPMACHINE, this product is available I think in 4 different colours. This is listed as the dark brown version, and I will of course leave a link in the video description down below for those that might want to take a look. Now, Siddhartha has agreed an exclusive 15% discount for viewers of this channel for a period of 1 week from today using the discount code Stuart15, and I will leave that again in the video description along with the link. Now, I reiterate, the code will only be available for 1 week. I'm constantly getting comments from people from videos that I made a year ago asking me why the discount code doesn't work. But that discount code does apply to any of TRIPMACHINE's products on their site. Now, just one point about any luggage that is fastened onto paintwork. If you don't keep it scrupulously clean, whether it's held down by straps or magnets, it may mar the paint finish. Airborne grit and dirt will find its way in between these two surfaces. And as I say, that's the same with any luggage, not just magnetic luggage. So I would recommend that in between every use, you thoroughly clean the magnet areas on this case, or any other magnetically attached luggage for that matter, to reduce that possibility. And for intrepid travellers that do lots of mileage with luggage attached, it may be worth using some protection film over those areas to stop it happening altogether. I think TRIPMACHINE have got the strength of these magnets just about right. They're not too strong, but they do give a very secure attachment. That's something some companies do get wrong. They just go overboard and put magnets on that are far too powerful, which can create other problems. Right, once again, thank you so much for watching this and my other videos, and in doing so helping to support this channel. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, I'd appreciate it if you would leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be informed whenever I upload a new video, and ensure that all your notifications are enabled in your settings. I will of course be back next week, so until then, please ride safely, and I'll see you soon.